If you want to go live, I'm going to fucking close your computer down. Oh, I'm live. Hey, it's me. Look at this guy. Can you fucking hear me? Can't tell if the mic is working. Somebody's got to let me know if the mic is working. Hello? Hello? Is the mic on? Is the mic on? Tell me if you can hear me. Please, one person. Look at this guy. That is Tigger. We call him Tigger Marine. And yeah, I just want to let you know it is live. First, I still need to know if somebody could please tell me if the fucking sound is working. Anyways, COVID Monday, I'm still in pajamas. 9:15 in the morning on May 5th. Is the microphone working? Today we're gonna talk music in my bedroom now. Want to chat and say hi? I got my little laptop stand. Come on, everybody. Somebody get into chat and tell me if the fucking sound works. I only see one green fucking thing. What happens if I... Oh, okay. Come on. Come on. Somebody raise your fucking hand or hit like, why isn't live chat working? Welcome to live chat. Mic works fine. Oh, okay, cool. Well, this is me in all my fucking fat glory. My wife is, I don't know. She's out right now. She's taking a walk. She's been studying. And since we only live in a one-bedroom flat, it's really, really hard to, do anything that requires plugging a guitar into an amp. So that's where we're at. The cat's here. I've got the whole week off work. I still have to do my fucking American income taxes. You believe that shit? I don't even live there, man. Give me a fucking break. So now I got to do Australian income taxes. That's $100 Australian. And I got to do American income tax, and that's motherfucking $400. It's a fucking nightmare. It's the only thing I hate about living abroad. It's fucking stupid. So, how was your day in COVID times? What are you watching on YouTube? What are you watching on Netflix, on Stan, on Amazon Prime? You know, I hear Ozark is supposed to be good. I still haven't watched that. I was gonna start watching. I was gonna start watching that, but I haven't. I was going to rent off of YouTube because I do that every now and then. I rent a movie off YouTube. I was gonna rent 2020's Invisible Man with Elizabeth Moss, and too much fucking money, man. $25, dude. Fuck. I might as well go to the goddamn theater. Here, what's that? You want me to go to bed? I'll get right in. You want to talk about Van Halen? Do you want to talk at all? There's 5 of you. Somebody come up with a goddamn subject. I do have a video dropping tomorrow. I believe it's the solo to Believer by Randy Rhoads. But what I'm going to do is I've been watching those Andy Wood videos. And he's got this nice little 12 to 15 second intro where it's just a collage of him. So I stayed up till way late last night. Such a pain in the ass. Going through all my videos, downloading them back onto the laptop, chopping them up, putting music underneath it. One of them's pretty funny. So, but yeah, I'm gonna have a little 12-second intro. I think I have a little picture of Tigger in the beginning as well. But anyways, so no one's got nothing to fucking talk. It's COVID. Everyone's home. Somebody come up with a goddamn subject. Dude, what's up? Well, what you want honesty or like I just took a shit? That's what's up. I had a coffee. It did what it does to my belly. I took a horrible shit. And then 2 minutes later, my wife's like, I got to go to the bathroom. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I opened the window a little bit, lit a match, and I'm sure that did nothing. What's up with you? Um, P90s are humbuckers. There we go. Paul knows what's up. P90s are humbuckers. I'm gonna say humbuckers. I don't give a fuck about any sort of vintage stuff. I don't care about tube or digital. I can make both sound fucking passable. I think that if you're going to use digital with in conjunction with tubes. So I think that a Helix through a um, tube power amp is kind of the way to go. But I'm also not afraid of going IRs straight into the fucking desk. And, here in Houston, ordering some food. Mark, my father and grandmother are from Tyler and Arp, Texas. So there you go. There's a little history for you. And my wife tells me not to talk about it, but I am part, um, fuck. I'm part Indian, and I can't even remember Choctaw and Chickasaw, but probably not enough to claim any kind of shit. Been a humbucker guy all my life. Tried the 90s and I'm sold. Well, good for you. I don't even know what the fuck P90s are, and I don't give a shit. Kemper guy here. Kempers are good. I think they're all as good as each other. I think Kemper, Axe FX, and Helix are all as good as each other. I think I've actually heard Kemper and Axe FX sound like shit live, but I don't blame the product. I blame the people using them. Like fuck, Dark Angel came out and it was so funny. They had their Kemper sitting on top of the support band's Mesa Boogie heads, and I just thought it was fucking hilarious because their tone sounded like a goddamn jar of fucking bees. It was disgusting. Anyways, not only that, Paul Pivetta, but on the Alarm album, we used Kempers, and our rhythm tone was so badass. We use the same exact tone for fucking lead. You're somewhat at the mercy of a sound guy when you use Kempers and shit. Well, that is true. I just figure, well, that's why I'm happy to just bring a half stack and go that way. And as long as I can hear me on stage and not like overbearingly loud, then I'm pretty happy. And I'm used to having shit mixes anyways. And that is true. You are at the here. I'll show this comment that Matt has written. Yeah. Like, you are at the mercy of the sound guy, and it's fucked because if you're snarky to him before the show, he'll fuck you over. Yeah, that sucks. It's always good to have a designated sound guy. There's a guy out here in Melbourne named Mick Somerton, who also acts as touring manager for bands and shit. And he just happens to be a friend. He's the bomb. And so I think when Alarm do probably local Melbourne shows, we will use him because he won't fuck it up. And there's nothing worse than I hate than being in a 2-guitar band and then finding out my guitar partner is louder than me. That's my biggest fucking pet peeve. To the point where I feel like quitting. Like if we're not even, then what the fuck am I doing here? Get a rhythm guitar player and fucking see ya. Let me read this. Guitarist, howdy go. Just cracked my beer open, saw that you were live. Hey, Nicholas, are you really from Norway? Because that's one of once this COVID shit dies, I would love to go to fucking Norway. In fact, I feel that I'm Norwegian in my heart. Matthew, how come yours are all Are you guys? Oh, it's because you're cussing. I'm gonna just hit show on all these. I wish there was a way to whatever. Somewhat at the mercy of a sound guy. I'm reading all these. I guess no matter what you are, though. Yes, guitarist. How do you? Yep. Cracking open a beer. Yeah, I stopped drinking for the time being. Only reason I say is played with the show with the band a while back, and they were running them. Oh, and sound guy didn't know at all to run them. Sounded like total shit. Yeah, I think some sound dudes are just put a mic in front of the fucking speaker and away you go. Piss off the sound guy and he'll spit in your tone. Yeah, he will. But I live in California. What part of California are you living in? I used to live in. I'm born in Fresno, but I lived in San Jose from about the ages of 13 to I don't know 20 something. Been in bands where the bass player has always been the loudest one. Yeah, and fuck, I was in a band, and I won't name the name of them because they're huge. They rhyme with banthrax. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, our bass player's his stage volume was just it was rumbly loud. I didn't take a fucking shower last night, and I went to bed at like 2 a.m, and now my fucking head itches, my beard itches. So yeah, that's why I look like a fucking heroin addict. Guitarist Paris Inland Empire. I don't know what any of that shit means. Let's talk about bands. You want to talk about bands? What was the last band you saw before COVID hit? I'll tell you mine. It's a band called Ginger. And I'll tell you what I liked about them, and then I'll tell you what I was curious about them. And here's what it is. You ready? Live, they were impeccable. Titania, or whatever the fuck her name is, she's badass, beautiful, clean vocals were great. Her yelling was fucking top notch. All that shit. The band were great and tight. They played to a click, which I'm always a bit wary of that shit, because now it's got me thinking, okay, if you're playing to a click, then you're meant to keep in time for some reason. What would that be? I think there might have been some vocal harmonies popping up here and there. I can't remember because I don't know. I was even sober for that. But then I started thinking to myself, maybe the fucking guitar player either has extra rhythm tracks, because he's only one dude. So it's like, okay, now I'm looking at him wondering, okay, are you fucking miming? Are you really playing? Like, I can't tell anymore. And then it's like, well, if they're playing to a click, there's no fucking, keyboards coming out of nowhere kind of shit. Then it's like, well, if the guitar player's doing that, well, maybe the fucking bass player's doing that. And we know that guy's a badass because he is. You've seen the fucking videos. So then I'm wondering, the fuck's going on, mate? All right, let me read some of these. Yeah, guitarist, yes, I am, but live in California. Paris, Inland Empire. Is that all that anybody's written? You guys need to fucking come up with some shit. I'll ask the questions. You guys are doing a terrible job. Who likes Vinny Colaiuta as much as I do? Show of hands. Who likes gypsy jazz guitar players as much as I do? Show of hands. Who thinks Greg Howe is fucking crazy on the guitar? Show of hands. So I just kind of newly acquired Spotify, and it's because of the alarm stuff, whatever. Anyway, I kind of like it. I kind of like Spotify. I find it because we actually pay Apple to fucking put the music on our phones and da 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 da. And with playlists, I don't know. Spotify's just easier to make happen. So I did like the playlist of my life, which is, I don't know, almost 10 hours of music, and it ranges from like gypsy jazz to Meshuggah to Strapping Young Lad to Anthrax, and then we've got like jazz, which would be Basha. I couldn't find any really good drum and bass, so I've held back, except for Pendulum, perhaps. If you're into metal and gypsy jazz, you should check out the guitarist. Oh yeah, Emil Wursler. Yeah. I've heard a couple of podcast interviews with him. Yeah, he seems like a nutty fucking cat. And Wes Houck, who's now currently in Devon, talks highly about him. But yeah, I think my go-to guy is probably going to be Brandon Ellis still, because he's fucked up. Crate Mitchell says, "Hey, Doug Steele, I have learned a lot from you, man." Well, thank you very much. I'm glad it helped. Thanks so much for being a great guitar instructor. Thanks. That's probably debatable, but I'll take the compliment. Yeah, all good. I try to keep it short and sweet. I try not to waste anybody's time and give you my life story, because that's what these things are for. Or, you know what? I got a fucking website. Go there if you want to know about me. I've lived a very rich and full life. But yeah, where was I? I forgot what I was fucking. See what happens when you hit 51? The mind, pretty soon you just forget shit all the time. But that's just my brain, anyways. No, Brandon Ellis, for me, he's like the top cat. Him, Joshua Jones, but Brandon Ellis, he's got the alternate picking down. Oh fuck! Not too long ago, I saw a thing on YouTube where he was talking about how I think he might like economy picking more than alternate picking. And in the very beginning of my guitar experience, I was economy picking without even knowing that it was called that. So I can do it, but I don't. And he's good at both. He's one of those fucking guys. He's like the metal version of Guthrie with way bigger vibrato. Like, I would rather be a fucking way of like an extremely slow guitar player with massive vibrato than like a Holdsworth, Yngwie, Jason Becker speed fucking badass with really weak, shitty. It's like, that's, I don't know. It's like if you listen to somebody play slow and they got massive vibrato, it tells my brain I have got some level of technique. Whereas if you, I don't know, man, if you hear a dude playing fast or slow, it doesn't matter. And they just have that weak ass vibrato. It's like, oh, should I be here? Should I be doing this? Or, oh, fuck, I don't know. This is just something I see other guitar players do, so I guess I should do it at the end of this note. It's like, fucking commit. Be a man about it. Shake the fucker or fuck off. All 5 of you. Oh, man. I'm reading these. Okay. Just saw Brandon doing his favorites on Livewire. Yeah, he does the one with he does the Yngwie run. I am a Viking, and that's all economy picked. And then I was on Facebook, and Chris Brooks dropped a video doing the same thing, talking about the economy picking of that ascending run. And then I asked him, I go, who said that it's fucking has to be economy pick? Like, why is that the rule in this particular case? And you know what he said? I forgot. It made sense, and I was like, I'm not being a dick. I'm just curious as to how two people, like, where's this information coming from that's eluding me? I thought I was on top of the. Just kidding. Last band I seen, Korn. Ooh, I like Korn. I don't like Stone Sour. Korn, their new album. The guy who mixed our Alarm album, which is supposed to be out, I can't tell you when, but all I can say is soon. I've been told by POTUS, the president of the United States, not to talk about the Alarm album. But yeah, where was I going? Korn. Yeah, they're set. So their new album, it's got that bagpipey bullshit for track 1. And then the second song, which is like this, bam, 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 really fucking good. I liked Korn, bought maybe 3 or 4 of their CDs. This was in the, I don't know, late 90s, early 2000s. Then I stopped after a while and got right into Meshuggah, as you do. And then just recently, I made about, I don't know, a year ago, I made a beautiful 6 or 7 album playlist. Not even a playlist, just I grabbed 6 or 7 albums off iTunes, hit shuffle, and I really, really enjoyed myself. Pleasuring myself at work, getting into all kinds of trouble, getting fired, having to find a new job, had to put on my resume that I pleasured myself at work, and now I'm at home. Actually, I kid. We're working 1 week on, 1 week off, and this is my week off. Let me read this. On the topic of vibrato in the context of blues or other genres, do you still think that the vibrato should be as wide? No, I don't. Like AC/DC, Angus Young, I think his vibrato is perfect for AC/DC. I love Angus Young. He's awesome. How could you not like Angus Young? His fucking solos are great. Well, I can talk about AC/DC just as much as I could talk about Meshuggah or any of those fucking dudes. But no, I don't. Like, I don't know if I can listen to B.B. King. Blues is a hard one. And I think the genres turn me off because I think blues guitar players are fucking judgmental cunts. And I don't like that. So just me listening to blues, all I just see is some fucking asshole in my head, just some asshole being like, oh yeah, man, that's feel. And then it just ruins it for me. But no, I mean, if you're playing metal, because I mean, musically, when it comes to me being a guitar player and the shit I listen to and all this kind of stuff, in metal, your vibrato, for me, your vibrato should be like George Lynch or Andy LaRocque or Brandon Ellis or like Joshua Jones. Joshua Jones and Brandon Ellis are the fucking... That's it. Actually, my vibrato's since listening to Brandon Ellis, I've noticed my vibrato's actually gotten bigger. Where I thought Lynch was like the pinnacle, and then I heard Brandon Ellis, and he does sound at times a lot like fucking Andy LaRocque. I don't know. There's just something boner inducing about a fucking dude will hit a note and just fucking make it that wide. So yeah, that is probably my biggest. Like, I haven't listened to whole bands because of I couldn't handle the fucking vibrato of the fucking lead guitar player. I was like, I can't even listen to this whole fucking band. I can't listen to any of their discography because of that fucking guy. Now, whether that's immature or me being a dick, the ear likes what the ear likes. You know what you like, and don't let any fucker tell you different. You get into the more punk style bands like Strung Out. Nope, never even heard of them. Those guys shred definitely have metal roots. I got a friend, Will Gaffney. He's into I don't even know what the fuck you'd call it, like low tuned. He's into the newer shit, which I don't know. I try to listen with an open mind, but I can't. And especially with like these bands with these fucking, and called me old, and that's fine because I am, but I fucking have problems with bands that are tethered to a fucking click track. I fucking hate it. I fucking hate it more than life. Like, you may as well be at home fucking jamming out to your fucking metronome. What the fuck, man? Having clean parts come out of nowhere, having keyboards come out of nowhere. It drives me fucking nuts. Having other guitar parts, having fucking vocals. It's like, I don't know, man. Make sure everybody in the band can sing, I can understand that you're touring and, I understand that part. I just don't like it. And now YouTube with the fucking playthroughs, it's like you're just miming to shit you did in the studio. I don't like that either. So I've actually come to the point where if you're not playing live in front of my face, then I think you're a fucking liar. And the thing is that even if you are playing live in front of my face, I still can't fucking tell whether you're faking it or not. Hence the ginger talk way early on in the piece. So yeah, punk. If I'm gonna listen to punk, it's gonna be all the pre. It's gonna be all the pre Blink 182, like pop punk. I'm not into at all. Like if I'm gonna listen to punk, it's gonna be that Ramones, old dirty shit. Ramones, Sex Pistols, like Nirvana's first album, even though that's not punk, but that type of aesthetic. And even the first whole album is fucking great. Yeah, isn't music fun to talk about? It's just fun. Like if you're not playing it, you're talking about it, and it's good. And if you guys like drop some fucking links into the fucking thing, or even in the comments, like let's share music. What share me some stuff. If I haven't heard of this Strung Out, put the fucking link down below. Who else? Oh, Rancid. I've seen Rancid live, but that's only because I was living in San Jose, California at the time, and I got in free. So I've been to, so I've actually mixed Billy Cobham's. He played a gig at the fucking the Cactus Club, and there was a sound guy there named John Wedge Brannon. Everybody just called him Wedge. He's in LA now, and he does big bands. But I was there, and he's like, "Hey, you want to mix?" He had to go to the bathroom or some shit. He's like, "You want to mix the drums for a little bit?" And I go, "Yeah." And I was actually on a date, and he walked to take a piss, and there were the faders, and I just grabbed one and just kind of slightly, and it was in the middle of Billy Cobham's drum solo, and one of his toms fucking got louder than the rest of the kit. So I was like, "Oh, this is real." Okay, I'm gonna read a couple more of these out. Where's the bee? Alex Jones. Where is the 7-string bumblebee? And my friend is working on. Victor's working on. Okay, Victor has since been working on he's slowly getting back into it because he kind of retired from painting the Van Halen style guitars. But he did a relic Van Halen 1, which is just like the black stripes on the white body, and just weathered it like there's like wood poking through, but he's not going to paint it red. He's just going to keep it as a weathered Van Halen 1 guitar. And it's actually, I've just joined a Facebook group, and you guys should find this Facebook group. There's a couple of them. One's called Pointy Guitars, which is fantastic. And it's just metal guitars and fucking like the BC Rich Ironbirds and fucking the Ibanez Ziphos. I'm really bad with pointy guitars, even though I did have at one stage I had a BC Rich Mockingbird because Paul Gilbert did, and that was a long time ago. And there's another one that I just joined called One Volume, One Pickup. These are both Facebook groups. Find that one, and it's just dudes from all over the world posting their strats and whatever else with just one volume knob and one pickup. And so I've been posting. I posted my Star in there. I posted my Bumblebee in there. But let's get back to the 7-string Bumblebee that Victor's making. It's coming up. Like even if he finished it today, like I'm not gonna do my titties coming out. I'm not gonna do the wrong thing and fucking break COVID safety rules. You know what I mean? I'm not doing that. I'm gonna do the right thing because a lot of my fucking family and friends and shit in the States, the smart ones are staying home. The other ones are getting restless, and Trump is gonna get you all fucking killed. I don't want to get political because I'm not a political, like my brain doesn't function on that level, but that motherfucker's going to get you killed. That's all I'm going to say on it. Let's go back to the questions, shall we? Where White Boy Blues getting old. Where's the bee? So yeah, the bee's getting done. It'll be done at some stage, and I can't wait to play the motherfucker. I'm from France. Alarm we played a show in France in Toulouse, and It was at a fucking, it's at a house that was made out to be like a club, and it was crazy because like in walking distance were these houses that were all like they were all graffitied up, and it was like a squatting place, and that's where we were like allowed to stay, and there was like naked kids and shit everywhere, and like full on hippies and shit, and like it was crazy, and the weather was a bit ominous and dark, and the shit looked war torn, and I'm like, this is fucking nuts. And there's like blood on the kitchen floor, and then in the hallway you open this door, and there was like 100 Polaroids of like people's, just pictures of people, and it's like, oh fuck, man, what are those motherfuckers are missing? Yeah, it was crazy, and I fell asleep in a room at that house, uh, in a room with just like a fucking a mattress on the floor, kind of like what's going on here, but it was desolate and scary and fucking. And I set my alarm because we had to like leave in 2 hours or some shit. So we had, I was on, I was, there were 4 bands on the bill. We were touring with another band, and my alarm went off, but I slept through it. So then my bass player, while the band's running, had to wake me up and like physically like pull me out of bed. It's the most tired I've ever been in my life. I was deep into REM sleep. So yeah, don't go on tour when you're fucking 43 years of age. Let's see. I'm from North. Rise of the North Star here. Come to the Boom. Brilliant. French band. You got to check them out. Okay, cool. Anybody like that band? Here's one for you. Check out the band Textures. I think they're from the Netherlands. This is probably old news for a bunch of you, but they got an album called Silhouettes, and on there is a song called Storm Warning. That is the fucking perfect mix of Meshuggah and Devin Townsend. Oh fuck, mwah. Fucking brilliant. I wish those dudes made more albums, or I wish they made more Silhouettes albums. I don't know. There's so many good songs on that album. Anyways, check out the 2 minute mark. They go full Van Halen. Guitarist, have you heard of Marshall Harrison? Yes. I've been on his I've been on his I've asked questions on one of his live things, and I asked him what he thought of Steely Dan, and he called it rabbi rock. And I was like, oh fuck you, you hillbilly. That made me mad. But yeah, he's a fucking nut. He's a fucking nut. Like, I think you're the best guitarist on YouTube. Yeah, well, dude, I'm average as fuck, but thank you, Mad Fiction. I'll take the compliment. And learn everything from you. That's cool. Thanks. Have you seen the 1978 footage of Van Halen supporting Black Sabbath? Amazing to watch. Was that the shit out of Fresno, California? Because I was living there in Fresno when that was taking place. Ooh. Yes, I have. I've seen all the fucking Van Halen footage that there is on YouTube. That a Twisted and Deformed shirt? No, this is the other one. This is fucking the Chalice of Blood and fucking Feel No Pain or whatever the fuck it is. But when I was in a band back home in California called Sinister Sam, and we were kind of like Pantera, Frank Zappa meets Bad Racer X, and there's shows on fucking on YouTube, like full shows with me and my long hair back in the day. But yeah, we've supported Forbidden maybe 2 or 3 times, and I think we've supported Violence twice. So that I was over the moon when we fucking supported both those bands, because they were kind of my top 2 favorite thrash bands in California. Okay, have you seen the live? Amazing to watch. Tom Lynch. Is that a Twisted? No, it's not. Elio. Yes, it was from Fresno footage. It was Fresno footage. Brilliant to see it now. Oh yeah, totally, dude. Fuck. That was 1978. Man, he was just fucking taking those Marshall volume knobs and going. Yeah, he like, I forget who told me yesterday, and I totally agree. But yeah, he like right after Hendrix, he was the dude that fucking brought in all these great He brought all these new badass techniques to the table that like people are still using today. Natural harmonics, pinched harmonics, although I don't think he's the first guy to do that. The tapping, he wasn't even the first to do that, but he brought that shit to the forefront. The tapping harmonics like Dance the Night Away and all that shit, and Mean Street. I think the cool thing also is just the striped guitars, his homemade guitars, the striped guitars, and that each tour he would, you know, make a new one so that you can look at photos and be like, that's this year, that's that year. I don't know if he did that on purpose, but that was really fucking smart. Guitarist, have you seen Stevie Vai's new live stream videos he's been doing lately? No, but I will check him out. I'm not a huge Vai fan, and it's not because of him so much as it is his fucking fans. Like, I don't know, man. I Vai fans and Petrucci fans shit me to tears. Oh fuck. You know, they just like I like Passion and Warfare, I think was the last Vai thing I ever bought. Their fans, fuck. They drive me fucking nuts. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. What else? Who else? Like I like Metropolis album. Like I'm not huge on Dream Theater, anyways, but I do like the Metropolis album. They'd be like Michael Jackson fans. Yeah, I'm building the Eruption Van Halen guitar. That's cool. You should, whatever you do, just film it and put it on fucking YouTube. Let everybody see the steps you're making. I tried to tell Victor, look, when you're doing my Bumblebee, at least take photos. Like if I'm not around to film it, because I wanted to film every aspect of the whole thing. Because we're putting in the bare knuckle Blackhawks. Oh fuck! God damn. Let me find my backpack. I might as well show you, and you might be interested, you might not, but you're guitar players, right? So maybe you know a friend that is. Stay there, and I will probably actually. I'll probably actually do a video on this today. Look at this. My backpack. I got a shitty little fucking phone tripod that I've already broken. Like the stand, like what the fuck? Looks like a marital aid. But so these are the bare knuckle Blackhawks that I bought for the green universe. But I'm going to sell these, which are the original green universe pickups. I don't know how much I should sell them for. Like, just get them out of my fucking house. They're in my backpack, for fuck's sake. Like, what a weird place for pickups to be. But they have been rewound to sound like, I don't know, something a little more ballsy than what Ibanez pickups are meant to be. But if you know anybody that wants original, and this ain't no premium bullshit. This is one of the Ibanez green dots made in the 90s. I'm selling and or trading. I don't fucking know, man. My beard is driving me fucking nuts today. But yeah, these have got to go. So if you know anybody, let me know. Preferably in Melbourne, because I'm not fucking paying fucked up shipping costs. Let me tell all you Americans that are watching, everything out here in Australia is expensive, but your wage is also up there, so you can afford things. Like if you're going to be poor, like me, be poor in Australia. And you know what? Free medical isn't bad either. Thank you. Check out James. Oh, dude. Yeah, somebody knows what's up. Dave Lees. Check out James Labrie solo stuff. It's awesome. Fuck yeah, dude. That first solo album he did with Marcos Fagoli or whatever that dude's name is. But I got a friend that lived in my town, the keyboard player. Um, he's on my Facebook list. He's a Facebook friend. I forget his fucking name, but he's a great guy. He was on a shrapnel. I think he was in a shrapnel band called Dolly's Dilemma or some shit. But he's a great guy, and yeah, yeah, that dude. I prefer the James Labrie solo stuff to the fucking Dream Theater stuff. Uh, and I'll tell you why I'm kind of like that with Dream Theater. It's because like you listen to a song, you're like, okay, there's the Meshuggah part, there's the Rush part, there's the fucking whatever. That's that's kind of what I hear when I listen to them. What tremolo is on Van Halen Bumblebee guitar? Which one? As in the one Victor's making for me? As in the one that Eddie used that was buried with Dime? I don't the 6-string Bumblebee that I own that's at Victor's house. I don't know which one. That Mull Muzzler album is great. I don't know who the fuck that is. Amazing, dude. Nicholas Norway, guitarist is sweet. Guitarist, sexy green. Tom Lynch, thought you didn't have pants on while you jumped up. No, I wore this to the fucking, I wore these to get coffee today. They're Peter Alexander pajamas, which is like, it's just little monsters and shit. As if I'm gonna fucking get dressed to go get coffee. Fuck that. I gutted Ibanez 550 and put Steve Vai electricals in it, and it's a dream. Well, good for you. I ever since I got this one Ibanez, what is it? The Ibanez Universe with the mirrored scratch plate. That came with, I bought off some dude off of Facebook, funnily enough. That came with bare knuckle Blackhawks, and those fucking screamed. So I'm like, well, I got me a 7-string pickup, so I bought a pair to go in the green guitar, which is here, but it's just in its case. And then for this 7-string Bumblebee, I bought. It's a friend of a friend's. I bought it's an RG7 made in Japan. It's like gunmetal gray or some shit, or just like a gray colored guitar. Like there's footage of Victor and Ben fucking with it. I bought that for, I don't know, $500. That was in January. Anyways, yeah, so I bought another pair of fucking bare knuckle Blackhawks. So I'll have 3 7 strings with bare knuckle Blackhawks in them. I'm excited. I'm stoked. Let me see. I'm just gonna quickly read these. Guitarist, I heard it's like $15 for a box of Lucky Charms in Australia. Yeah, something like that. Like, yeah, there's an American store out here. Yeah, like it's imported, so yeah, it's gonna be fucking expensive. So it's either A, if you live in America, be thankful for the prices, be thankful for what you have, don't take it for granted. Or B, if you're an American living out here, don't buy American shit because it's gonna cost an arm and a leg, and fuck that shit. Let me see. Yes, the original Bumblebee was buried in Diamond in the late '90s. I don't know. It was a Floyd Rose, dude. Look, I play some Van Halen stuff. I am not the. I don't know. I'm not one of those dudes that like knows all the guitars and what they're tuned to. I'm very surface level loving Eddie Van Halen. Like I don't give a shit about the quarter on the fucking Frankenstrat. I don't, dude. I can barely fucking string my guitar. That's what you're dealing with here. As opposed to Brandon Ellis, that motherfucker, dude. Here's why I love that guy. Before he got the job, he goes on tour with Black Dahlia Murder, and he's the fucking guitar tech for Ryan Knight for like a year or some shit. That's awesome. Like to be able to do your own fret dressing, like, or to take out your own pickup and put it back. Like I salute those guys. I gotta fucking pay to have that shit done because it doesn't interest me. I don't give a fuck. Dude, if I could, I'd have a friend. If I could train. If I could train. My wife would punch me in the balls right now. If I could if I could ask nicely for my wife to tune all my guitars, I would. So there we are. Okay, now let me read some more. But these things always go over time. 45 minutes. I'll stop in an hour. But yes, tomorrow I believe the solo to Believer, Ozzy Osbourne, I've done it, is dropping tomorrow. And I'm sure all the Randy fans are going to be like, dislike, 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 dislike. Fuck you, man. For some reason, the Randy fans don't like me teaching Randy Road stuff. Sorry, it's my channel. I'll do what the fuck I want. The original Bumblebee Rush was a huge influence on Dream Theater. Images and Words is one of the best albums ever. I'll have to re-listen to that. And it's funny, I love Rush. Fuck. On my phone right now, I've got Moving Pictures and Permanent Waves are my two favorite albums, and I just put those on shuffle and fucking zone out. But I've been watching a lot of Neil whatever. You know what I'm talking about. A lot of his drumming videos, and he's a great guy. I fucking love Neil Peart. Yeah, there's like I could talk about Rush for quite a bit of time because I really fucking love those guys. There's a song on Caressive Steel called Didicks and Narpits. It's like 60 seconds or something, and it's just Neil Peart. It's like a full band piece, but it's just him fucking going nuts the whole fucking time. So yes, I love Rush. Spirit of the Radio, Jacob's Ladder, fucking Natural Science is a great one. My favorite off of Moving Pictures is The Camera Eye. He's fucking great, and Neil is so much fun to air drum to. It's fucking not even funny. Guitars are $15. Lucky Charms, yes. Okay, yes. Bumblebee. I'm reading. Do you still use Line 6 gear for the Van Halen songs? Yeah. Yeah. Do I use Line 6? Yeah. Look, I've got a fucking. I'm fucked. I'm a little bit afraid of technology to where if I don't know how to do something, I just avoid it. So I've got the Line 6 Helix Lite out there in a case, and I want to do the update, but I'm afraid I'm gonna fuck it up. So I just left it in the case, and it's just sitting there. But I really want to get stuck into it as soon as COVID's done and I can just get the fuck out of the fucking house. I'm gonna rent a room at a rehearsal studio. Go in, take my unit. Gonna bring Ryan Bailey back to give me a fucking hand, and I'm gonna use the snapshots. I'm just gonna make sure all my levels are even. Everything is fucking schmick as fuck. Make sure that I can use turn on the IRs and just make sure that everything is running smooth. But yes, I like but like for the lessons and shit I do, anytime you hear me on YouTube, it's just it's the Fender G deck. And right now I'm going for like a Randy Rhoads type of sound. So pretty heavy chorus, light reverb, light digital delay, because I want you to be able to hear the notes. And then half the time I've got the volume at about half so you can see what the fuck is going on. But yes, I love Line 6. And I'm pretty confident that I could make the metal tones on that sound as good as any Kemper or fucking Axe Effects. And you can too. And then, yeah, and you know what? The Kemper dudes and the fucking Axe Effects dudes, they're just like the Vi and Petrucci fans. Annoying. Just fucking get on with it, man. If you're at a gig and your gear takes a shit, just plug into the next guy's shit and ask him where the clean is, ask him where the dirty is, and go about your fucking business and rock. Favorite Rush is Signals from '82. Yeah, Signals. Yes, it's got subdivisions. Yeah, I listened to that album quite a bit as well. Losing, it's a good song. I like the NASA song. I forget what it's called. Don't know the names of the songs on that album, but I know New World Man, Digital Man. I love Rush. I love 2112. I like Xanadu on that one. Yeah, some of the early shit's a bit, Hemispheres and that kind of stuff. The Trees is a great song. It's a bit sketchy, but where they really hit me is definitely Moving Pictures and Permanent Waves. And I like them both even Stevens. I actually had a permanent wave shirt when I was about 12 or 13. It was gray and it had the chick on the front, and I thought I was fucking badass. Seriously, dude, check out Images and Words. I will. And if it shits me to tears, the world will fucking know about it. I heard that on Caress of Steel. The message has been held for review. 2112 is fucking amazing. Yeah, guitarists still use the E-band. No, the E-band is my father-in-law's, and he lives about a half hour away. I don't even, he has a Kimber, and I don't, I'm there to visit and not go in his room and start fucking with his gear. But it is fun to have a father-in-law who is a guitarist. He's got a fucking Strat, he's got a Telly, he's got a Les Paul, and it's fun to fuck around on that stuff, but it's definitely not a priority. A priority is touching base with them and eating their food. Guitarist still use the same E-band. E-band's great. I love E-band, but no. Did you ever see the band Angel while you were in Cali? I'm fucking probably old enough. No. Let's see. Okay, I'm 51. The first gig I ever saw was Elvis. Yes, you are talking to, well, I'm doing the talking, but ooh, my wife is here. Do I need to be quiet now?
Where's your phone?
I don't know. I think it's charging. Did you call me?
Huh?
Did you call me?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Sorry. So yeah, when I was 6, I better read her message, but when I was 6, I saw Elvis. When I was 15, I saw Van Halen 1984. Saw Stevie Ray Vaughan. Saw Iron Maiden somewhere in time. Let me go get my phone. Stay there. Ugh. I don't know where my phone is right now. Anyway. I've done enough. Fuck it. No, I did not see Angel. I gotta go. Thanks for hanging around, and we'll talk soon. And tomorrow I'm dropping the Ozzy Osbourne solo lesson to Believer. Believer. All right. And you're gonna love the new intro that I've been working on for 800 million fucking years. All right, dudes, be good. Bye.